In this video, we talk about issue number 40 for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers comic series, Necessary Evil, and why this issue in particular was a good one. With that being said, let's get into today's episode. Hello Internet, it's Angel Michael, and yes, this is the first time that I will be covering the Power Rangers comic book series, mainly because I really haven't read a Power Rangers comic book before, and also I heard that this issue right here, issue number 40, is a pretty big issue, and I will talk about that in this video. So, if you don't know about the comic book series, think of it as things you kind of wished you would see in Power Rangers, but you really didn't get to see in the show. Well, now you can with the comic books for sure. Now, before I begin today's video, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that way you don't miss any other videos. And also, the pictures I'm going to be showing in here aren't from me, they are from the comic book. And also, I couldn't find another way of finding the pictures themselves. So what I did is I went to the hashtag show and watched their video. And basically the pictures that they used for the comic book, I'm going to use them. So make sure you check them out in the description down below. Now with that being said, let's get into today's video. Now, before I go any further, I would like to point out that this episode will contain spoilers if you have not read the comic book itself in this issue. So if you don't want to hear the spoilers and you want to read the issue yourself, then now would be a good time to do that. Now, let's jump into this spoiler in this issue in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So, the writer of this issue is Ryan Parrott, and he did an interview with Gizmodo IO9, so if you want to read up on that interview from yesterday when the comic did release yesterday, then make sure you check out that link in the description. Now, here's where we get started. So, the issue number 40 starts off with the Power Rangers fighting a monster in London. Now, obviously, you can see in this picture here that they are fighting this monster here, and they are easily able to defeat this monster. And with this monster, this is where we get to finally see the White Ranger using Saba to fight off the monster, and like I said, they defeat it. After they defeat the monster, the Rangers head back to headquarters. And when they get back to headquarters, the White Ranger takes off his helmet, and it is none other than Tommy Oliver himself. And if you don't remember from the show, Tommy is revealed to have more power than before, and in this issue we get to see him have more leadership to him now that he and the Rangers have more experience. Except for 3 Rangers. So, if you don't know what I'm hinting at, this issue is where we get to see the debut of Rocky, Aisha, and Adam. Now here, Zordon introduces the 3 as the new members of the Power Rangers. Now, of course, Kimberly doesn't really like the new Rangers, obviously because Kimberly is an old Ranger, and so is Billy and Tommy. But of course, with these 3, we get to see Rocky, Aisha, and Adam become Power Rangers respectively. This is where the teamwork will come in and make everything feel like a team again. And now we go back to the moon where we see the introduction of Lord Zedd as the main villain for the series because Rita Repulsa had been banished. And even Lord Zedd, if you can see this picture here, he says, "I am not Rita Repulsa." And so now it's time to see what Lord Zedd can do. So we go back to the Rangers that are doing some training, and Aisha, Rocky, and Adam are doing the training, and they're using Kimberly as a way of listening to orders. But Aisha doesn't follow through what Kimberly says, and so the Rangers fail the training. And then Billy and Tommy question whether bringing in the trio from Stone Canyon is a good idea. And now we get back to the moon where we see Zedd and his army find a crate. And so Zedd is like, where the heck is this crate at and what the heck is it? And we come to find out we get a new villain that has not ever been in the show before called Dane. Now, if you don't know who Dane is from, I think, from the Syrian descent as like Doggy Kruger from Power Rangers SPD. And as you can see from this photo right here, you can see the very close similarities, except Dane looks like an evil version of Doggy Kruger. And so Zedd then tells Dane to go take out the Rangers, which we might see in future issues. Now, what's different about this comic book series that we saw in the show is that Jason, Zach, and Trini were supposed to go to a peace conference. However, what happens here is that they're on a strange alien planet, unlike what we had seen before. So when we saw this, just like in the show, we saw where Jason, Zach, and Trini were also going to a peace conference in Switzerland, and that was actually the last time we ever saw the three. And then we found out outside of the show that the reason they left was because of contract disputes, so they weren't able to continue doing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers for Season 2. And so, if you saw from Season 2, that's where we saw Adam, Rocky, and Aisha doing training for a couple of episodes, and then they were introduced as the new Rangers. And so, that's basically where we leave off for this episode. What do you guys think of this issue? Do you think it's a pretty good little comic book series? Anyways, also, what do you think about me doing comic book reviews? Do you think I should do more of these more often? Or do you think I should do like tier lists or something like that? Because I really think that with the comic book series for some reason is a little bit underrated. Like, even when we saw Shattered Grid with that little trailer, I thought the trailer was amazing, and the comic book was actually really well done. And Boom Studios with Hasbro, I think, is doing an incredible job as well. So, if you want to see more of this, let me know in the comment section down below. Also, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification. And until next time, I'm Andrew Michael, and I'll see you guys next time. Go, go, Power Rangers.